But critics say they hope it's a no-go in Wisconsin. They claim that 99% of this state's students involved in extracurricular activities regularly make passing grades. They also fear such a law could increase truancy and discourage some students.
EC level type of student to enroll in advanced, more difficult courses because the ineligibility cloud hangs over his or her head.
The state's Education Committee members are expected to vote on that bill next week. What's the weather? You almost don't want to know. George Graffis has that. George?
Puffing and still can't get warm. More of winter's worst is coming up next.
An individual retirement account has many benefits for every income and age group. An IRA is simply a great savings plan with faster growth. It's tax deferred, and at First Northern has insured safety. But don't be misled by so-called bonus offers. Check the actual yield. That's what counts. You'll like First Northern's high yield, and you can start with just $100. A First Northern IRA also brings you a free interest-earning checking account. Come get the advantages of an IRA plan from First Northern.
We all know what a white elephant is, and Piarchi's year-end inventory turned up all kinds of white elephants. Not the kind you have to feed, but GE appliances, TV, and video that must be sold immediately. Piarchi's has an entire herd of white elephants, 25 to 50% off. Now through Sunday, like this dishwasher, just $188. That's half price. This GE washer alone, $275. Microwave oven's just $87 at Piarchi's, Sturgeon Bay, Green Bay, and Appleton.
Rain or shine, you'll get the most reliable weather forecast right here on Action News. Still to come, George Graffis with tomorrow's forecast. This is the last call to join Lynn and Sherry Dickey when they visit beautiful Hawaii, February 18th to the 25th. Depart from Green Bay or Madison. Enjoy the sun, sand, and surf, just $9.98 per person. Price includes airfare, deluxe accommodations at the Ala Moana Americana, transfers, sightseeing, and more. For those who wish to spend an additional week, an optional tour to Maui and the Big Island of Hawaii with its magnificent volcano is available. Space is limited, so don't let this opportunity pass you by. Make your reservations today.
Surf's up.
The Regis Perm Sale. When you're ready for a new twist, we're ready for you. The Regis Perm Sale is on now. You'll save so much, it'll curl your hair. Regis, for the best in you.
We're sitting here talking about food. I don't know why I'm stuffed. Listen, what you were saying to me a moment or two ago that it's going to get colder tonight than last night?
Yeah, it probably will.
Good heavens.
We're already, listen, wait till you see some of these temperatures. You ready?
No.
Oh, listen, look at this stuff. First of all, we'll begin with our own current statistics. You know, I wonder if anybody's ever done any research into, look how cold that exhaust looks. Yeah. Sometimes exhaust looks really, really cold, doesn't it? Right now, it is clear. It's 9 below zero wind chill. The temperature is 4 below zero. Relative humidity 78%. The pressure rising. The wind only 3 miles per hour out of the southwest. The high today, but 9 degrees. The low this morning was 11 below zero. And no precipitation. Now, the center of that Arctic high pressure system is right about here. There it is. It's drifting eastward now across Wisconsin, and the warmer Pacific air out here is now entering the plain states. These are all current temperatures as you take a look at them, and you can see who's leading the way right now. Wisconsin, Eau Claire 15 below, Madison 13 below zero. It's also 13 below up here in the Upper Peninsula at Marquette. Some of the warmer readings, you've got to go on the other side of that front, 29 degrees in Valentine, Nebraska. So indeed, this will be a very cold night, and probably even colder than what we saw last night. Some of the air even to the east of us is still very cold. All of this stuff will be shifting to eastern parts of the United States for tomorrow. Now, in northeastern Wisconsin, the temperatures this hour, well, Fond du Lac, 10 below right now. Rhinelander right behind, not behind, they're ahead, 12 below zero actually. And for the rest of us, it's below zero, but certainly not as cold. It's 1 below in Marinette right now, 5 below zero in Sturgeon Bay, and 4 below zero out here in Watoma. So hang on, we've got another cold one to go. The wind chills, though, are almost nil because the winds are so very light. In fact, calm to just light west or light southwesterly. Big deal, they say in Van Dyne. Hey, it's 8 below zero there. A little bit warmer in New London and also at Kewanee, where it's now 2 below zero. There's an upper-level storm down here in Texas, and they're getting rain and snow and sleet and freezing rain over western and central sections of that state. There's some rain across parts of the Florida Peninsula. Michigan City, Indiana, picking up about 8 inches of lake-effect snow today, and 70-mile-per-hour winds blasting over the northern Rockies today. Also very windy in California today. The Santa Ana winds really howling with blowing dust over Santa Ana and San Bernardino valleys. And you can look at that stuff. 100-mile-per-hour gusts. One man was killed when those winds blew his truck right off of Interstate 10. Well, back to the map right now, and here's how it shapes up. We, again, find that high-pressure system right here as it continues to push off to the east, and the warmer Pacific air pushed by this Pacific high-pressure system, the same one, by the way, that's causing those Santa Anas, all of that pushing in behind that very, very cold Arctic air. So by tomorrow, it will be a little bit warmer, and that's because of the southerly winds bringing some warmer air in, but it's going to be offset by the wind chills. But Thursday, we'll get into more warmer air, and I think you'll find it more to your liking. Forecast now, mostly clear. Tonight, it'll go from 12 to 22 below zero. Tomorrow, a high of 11 to 16, variably cloudy, but very windy as well, so the chills will be certainly felt. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy and windy. Temps will be steady in the teens, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, really fairly partly sunny and still a little bit windy on Thursday, with a highs 27 to 32 on Thursday, still in the 20s as you head into the weekend, and Sunday will probably be in the 30s as well. So I think I'm going to shoot for Sunday.
Well, I guess so. Great cross-country skiing coming up.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you, George.
exactly.
Thank you. Some advice for women who may have used a recalled birth control device leads off our status report tonight. Area doctors and lawyers say they've received numerous calls from women wondering how to handle claims against the makers of the Dalcon Shield IUD. The A.H. Robbins Company yesterday launched a massive advertising campaign telling customers and consumers to file their claims with the firm by April the 30th. Thousands of black miners returned to their homes today after losing their jobs in the biggest mass firings in recent South African history. Officials at one of the world's biggest platinum mines announced yesterday the company dismissed 20,000 black workers for going on strike. Workers began the strike New Year's Day over working conditions in the mines. Today, the company paid off the striking workers and bussed them home. U.S. and Vietnamese delegations meeting in Hanoi say they've agreed to work together to solve within 2 years the issue of hundreds of missing servicemen missing from the Vietnam War, that is, American servicemen. At this morning's meeting, Vietnam's foreign minister joined the negotiations, making today's meeting the highest level contact between Hanoi and Washington since the Vietnam War. After today's meeting, representatives from both sides praised the progress made at that particular meeting. Let's talk sports right now. Bill Jartz.
The title showdown was staged tonight in De Pere. I'm Bill Jartz. Sports is on the way next.
Hey, Vern, your old buddy Ernest has become a master of ventriloquism. I will drink this glass of water whilst Bobo here talks. Are you ready?
It's year-end clearance time at your Chevy Super 6 with 7.9 GMEC financing on 2- and 4-wheel drive full-size pickups, Celebrities, Cavaliers, and Novas. Hurry, Vern, to your Chevy Super 6.
How did he know that? No, Bobo, I drink, you talk. Okay, you can have the water.
If you like your hamburgers hot and beefy, clap your hands. Big Mac, quarter pounder, McGee, LT.
Time for the great taste. Gotta be alive if you don't get hot.
Time's running out to warm up with McDonald's $1.98 values. So bring in those coupons today and get great deals on hot meals from McDonald's.
Action News taking you where the sports stories are happening. Still to come, Bill Jartz with today's sports wrap-up.
The 407 7th is just your run-of-the-mill everyday Army camp.
Double your fun with MASH weeknights at 6:30 and 10:30 following Action News.
Glow in the glamour of a fur from Furs of Distinction. The selection is exceptional at the January fur sale. Furs of Distinction.
A champion was crowned tonight. Thank you.
There was one.
Yes.
We're going to tell you about it. We hope, at least partially anyway. You can win a lot of basketball games with 100% effort and 60% shooting from the field. That was the winning formula for St. Norbert in the opening game of their St. Norbert Invitational Basketball Tournament last night. Tonight, the Green Knights met UW Stout for the title, and Coach Mike Heidemann knew he needed another dose of hot shooting to emerge the winner.
Well, I think paramount in our thinking is that we have to rebound with Stout. They're a very big basketball team, a physical team. And we have to limit them to one shot, not let them dominate the offensive boards, and keep them under control that way.
The Green Knights were hoping to pick up their 7th win of the year in the title tilt. Dan Bramschreiber swished one from the corner. On the other end, Mark Stevens came up with a loose change and converted for the baskets as the teams sort of felt each other out. Nice passing led to another St. Nubby hoop. Bill Boots cashed in and then took quite a spill under the hoop. He got up and went right back to the other end. Some Doan's pills tomorrow morning, though, folks. Broken nose and all. Todd Cornelli still has the nice touch from the outside. Swish it. David Sandstrom showed some muscle on the other end. He went in for 2, then pushed his way out of there. Look at this. He says, "Get me out of here, guys." St. Norbert trying to grab the trophy from its 5th annual invite. Well, we don't really know if they did it or not. It must have got started late because of the presidential address. No scoring just yet. One final score in the basketball ranks tonight, though. St. John's upset by Boston College 79-77 in overtime. High school basketball now. West De Pere girls over Pulaski by a dozen. Marinette beat, or rather Manawa, that is, beat Bondwell by a pair. De Pere over Marinette 63-45. It was Kaukauna girls 67 to Holstein 40. Coleman over Peshtigo tonight 51-43. Crivets upset Wasaki 43-40. It was Marinette, the girls there, beating De Pere 51-42. Shadow over Bayport 50-48. The Truckers rolled big tonight 66-57 over New London. Iola Scandinavia beat Bowler 65-52. Preble girls over West De Pere 56-42. And New Holstein bombed Roncalli 84-59. Remember how physical those Bucks 76er matchups used to be and still are? Well, believe it or not, Milwaukee-Cleveland games have become legend this year anyway. Those two Rock'em Sock'em teams squared off tonight in Milwaukee. Milwaukee won it in a cliffhanger, 110-101. Ricky Pierce led the Bucks with 20, Moncrief with 17. Roy Hinson led all scores with 24. That's the Bucks' 7th win in a row. CBA action tonight down in Neenah, 127-109. Wisconsin a winner over the Florida Suncoast Stingers. Wow. The past week or so, calling the meeting of the Packer defensive coaches was pretty easy. Just invite defensive coordinator Dick Modzaleski. But old Mo picked up some company today. Packers announced the addition of former Lions and Bengals defensive back Dick Geron as secondary coach. Like his predecessor Ken Riley, the 35-year-old Geron played for Forrest Gregg in Cincinnati. Geron was the secondary coach for the Bills last year. He knows he'll be working with a select group of individuals once again this season in Green Bay.
Obviously take a special athlete to play in second year, because not only do you have to measure up physically, but you have to measure up mentally, because there's a lot of pressure on you in the secondary. You're exposed to the fan, you're exposed to the media. You may not make the mistake that people think you make. It may not be your fault what happened in a game. It depends on your coverage assignment, but you may get blamed for it.
And the Packers, of course, still looking for a linebacker coach and probably one other offensive coach to round out their staff. Russ Tiedemann, good news tonight from Oshkosh. Russ Tiedemann, the NCAA Division III Baseball Coach of the Year.
He's a heck of a guy.
He sure is, and a nice man.
I bet he is. Thank you, Bill. NASA officials make another attempt, but Mother Nature wins out. It's strike 4 for the Space Shuttle Columbia.
Minute Rice fits the way you're cooking with beef today. With teriyaki or beef stew, Minute Rice makes the dish for you. Minute Rice. Takes just 5 minutes to turn out right. Tastes so good, so fluffy and light. Minute Rice fits the way you're cooking with beef today. With pepper steak, what a treat. Makes casseroles that can't be beat. Won't take much time for a taste that's prime. Minute Rice fits the way you want to cook today.
I'm Charles Schwab. Over 1 million investors who make their own investment decisions trade with us. Here are a few reasons why.
Okay, good, thanks. Bye. There, I took your advice and bought that stock.
Already? You were on the phone less than a minute.
Oh, sure. I called Charles Schwab, placed the order, and they told me the price I paid, all in less than a minute.
Charles Schwab is fast.
And they saved me money on brokerage commissions.
How much do you say? 25, 30%?
More like 70% compared to what I used to pay my full commission broker.
Now that's a good deal.
That's what I I've been trying to tell you. You know, you really should call Schwab.
I think I will.
For a free booklet on how you can save up to 76% on brokerage commissions, call 800-453-3800, toll free. That's 800-453-3800. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company. Member SIPC.
Since 1839, Marine banks have steered business in the right direction. At the Marine, the resources are here. The expertise is here. Your future is here.
Today's no-go made it 0-4-4 for the Space Shuttle Columbia. Columbia still sits on the pad tonight after bad weather caused NASA officials to cancel this morning's planned launch. NASA originally planned to launch the Columbia December the 18th. Today's cancellation is the fourth for Columbia, but NASA will not give up. They'll give it the old college try again on Thursday, Bill. When, or should I say if, the Columbia finally makes it into space, one of the projects will have the astronauts